Hi, lovelies! We're freaking back, and I'm so freaking excited, and it's great, and oh my god! Seriously though, as much as I kinda hate spending hours upon hours editing these things, I actually kinda really like it too. Maybe that's just masochism on my part, but it's masochism that all comes right back to you, the lovely viewer. Gosh, you're cool. So this is the first time that we tried recording video from across the country, and predictably it turned out terrible. But I decided to go with it anyway because, you know, better than nothing. So if it's totally unbearable, you can always listen to the podcast. Anyway, since this is our first video in months, we decided that instead of picking one topic, we were just going to talk about all the awesome stuff that's happened in the months since we've recorded. Unfortunately, we talked about so much awesome stuff that it was pretty much impossible to fit everything in. But fear not, that magical content is not lost forever. If you want to get an extra 20 minutes of A-Dub Club awesome sauce in your life, you can either, 1, listen to the podcast, which was not cut for time, because for some reason I have no problem with a 40-minute podcast, but the fact that this video is over 20 minutes makes me want to scream and punch a baby. Or B, wait till next Friday when I post a video of all the missing topics. So yeah, let us know in the comments what you think about the split screen video, although we do promise that we'll try and fix the video quality for next time. Oh, and also, I know we always put our hilarious little immature language thing at the front of the video, but this one does have some pretty serious swearing, so, you know, have fun with that. So yeah, that's it. We're back. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to A-Dub Club.
Welcome! Woo!
We haven't been here for a while.
No,
Aren't many subscribers.
A long, long time. Oh, actually, speaking of which, I need to give a shout out. There's this guy who was a fifth-year senior for the first quarter of school this year, named Evan Dragic, or better known as Magic, and he was in Shakes, and apparently he came to our winter show, and when we were hanging out, told me that he listens to our podcast when he's at work. So, Magic, you're the coolest, regardless of, like, you were the coolest before you started listening to us, but extra super props for listening to us. And it makes me feel so much better that super cool people listen to it.
Yeah, thank you, Dragic, or
Yeah.
Magic. Magic. Good to know. I'm Harry Potter, so that's even double special.
Exactly.
Is Harry Potter who does magic.
Exactly.
You know, you can describe what this episode will be about.
Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, we haven't been podcasting or video blogging or whatever that we do in forever, and it turns out a shit ton of stuff has happened since we last recorded, and basically we're just gonna recap all the stuff that's happened in our interim, and you get to hear our opinion on all the things that happened months ago.
Should we go forwards or backwards?
Oh, I don't know.
I think we should go backwards, because that stuff is on our mind right now.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go over most recent thing. I literally just went to Kotaku. Now, Lucasarts.
Lucasarts!
Down.
Maybe the Lucasarts, before we get into the Lucasarts, since this one is super tied into the whole Disney Star Wars thing, start off with the big J.J. Abrams news, and then go to Lucasarts right after. So basically, J.J. Abrams is directing Star Wars, and they announced it, and it's like, what? Gah!
Bomb drops.
I know. All of you people have been used to this for months, and actually we have too, but still, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
It's a fact of life that J.J. Abrams will be directing Star Wars, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Neither do I. First off, streams are crossing.
Exactly, yeah, that's my biggest thing, is like, the same guy that does Star Trek do Star Wars? That's just...
Is that okay?
There's like, the geek part of me that's always been the Star Wars fan is like, nah, that's not okay, because Star Wars is better than Star Trek. But at the same time, he made Star Trek really good, and made it into a movie that I actually would love to watch. And he kind of did that by making it more Star Wars-y, and less Star Trek-y, I think. But it's weird. It just feels
crossing streams.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have faith.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
I don't think he'll make a bad movie. And
I think, I don't know about you, but episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 3 was pretty good.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Not great, but not bad. Just a movie. A good sci-fi movie.
It's going to be somewhere in between that and one of the new Star Wars, or old Star Wars.
I think so too. I think part of it is that we've been burned once before, so we're not going to go in with crazy expectations, which I think is a good thing.
We've been burnt thrice.
Thrice before. That's very true. We'll have some nice cautious optimism, I think.
Yeah,
which is
good.
Good.
It's like we'll have a good time. We're not expecting our minds to be blown.
Yes.
Me and a friend of mine, Evan Turasini, if you are listening to this, had a conversation about nerddom becoming more central.
Yeah.
I'm curious about your opinion of this.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I was thinking like that's a good thing because as nerddom becomes more central, there will be more content.
Exactly.
And et cetera, et cetera. But he was saying like as nerddom becomes more central, first off, that's like it's selling out in a sense because COD COD's like a decent game, for example, but it's the same game.
Exactly.
And also
Veronica, Call of Duty is for tools.
Yeah, fuck you, Iran Kana. But he was talking about how, like, as it becomes more central, the nerds will shift somewhere else. And he was saying, like, in a world, if we lived in, like, a world that actually did all this stuff, like, had quests and used magic, the nerds would be the people playing an RPG that's like, I made my bed today.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've always sort of been of the opinion that what defines someone as nerdy is more the way that they're super passionate and focused on stuff and less the thing that they actually happen to be passionate or focused on. So, like, it's totally possible to be a Shakespeare nerd. If you really, really love Shakespeare, it's possible to be a punk music nerd or a Doctor Who nerd or stuff like that. I definitely think the things that are traditionally nerdy are getting more and more popular, and I personally don't have a problem with it because a lot of the stuff is that stuff I like. So I'm like, this is awesome. Like you said, more content. It's great. Yeah. I definitely do kind of agree, though, that I think there always will be a certain percentage of people who are nerdy and who are crazy obsessed and crazy passionate about stuff, and I don't know if that's necessarily going to change, like the percentage of those people is going to change. And I think, as the nerdy stuff, the stuff that used to be nerdy gets popular, then the nerdy kids are probably, I agree, are probably going to switch to different things. And yeah, it'll be weird to be grown up and be like, oh, back in my day.
How about we table that discussion and then I might bring Evan in.
Yeah, I'm down. That sounds awesome.
So back to...
Okay, back to Star Wars.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I mean, I'm going to go opening night, regardless of whether it's good or bad.
Oh, yes.
It's new Star Wars, and Star Wars is my jam.
Oh, Lucasarts.
Lucasarts, yeah. Oh, that makes me so upset. So upset.
They had so many things. Okay.
I was really pumped for 1313. That looked really cool.
Yes! And they revealed, because like, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
They revealed 1313 was going to be about Jango Fett.
Yeah, I know.
Boba Fett.
God, that would have been... I would love to play a Boba Fett game. That'd be amazing.
So many things were like very much developed that they did. Like, of course, Battlefront 3.
Battlefront 3. But I feel, that one's been dead for a long time. I don't think there was... Unless, like, 1313 was crazy successful, there was really no chance of a Battlefront 3, I think. It's a bummer, man.
It was a sad day.
I don't like when game studios close.
It's so sad. THQ.
Yeah. Even the ones that don't make like games that I like, it's still like, it's a lot of people that do good work. I don't want them to all lose their jobs. It sucks. This LucasArts was the first time that I became more nervous about the Disney buyout of Star Wars, because I was always really excited about it from the get-go. I was like, this is amazing, and like nothing bad is going to come of it. This is the first time that I'm starting to be like, maybe there's a dark side to this. Maybe Disney buying it out is a little more Palpatine and less...
there's a dark side to
Disney buying Star Wars.
Oh.
That, and I don't actually watch the Clone Wars show, but apparently they canceled the Clone Wars show also, and they are canceling it without wrapping up what happens to the main character.
Oh my god.
The main character who isn't in any of the other Star Wars movies, so people are like, what happens to her? Does she die? Does what happen? Because she's not in Episode 3. So people are pissed about that.
I heard Clone Wars was, like, popular.
Yeah. I saw clips of the last season when they had their Darth Maul arc, which looked really awesome, but I didn't actually get around to watching it. I'm sure it'll be on Netflix at some point, and then I'll burn through it.
Let's see. What else did I want? I wanted to talk about something, but I forgot what.
The Veronica Mars Kickstarter thing happened pretty recently. I'm super pumped by it because I'm a huge Veronica Mars fan and have been for the last few years. And so naturally, I was in at around the $500,000 mark was when I gave my Kickstarter pledge. So I guess for those who aren't in the know, Veronica Mars, awesome TV show, had a Kickstarter to make a movie. Their goal was $2 million. They reached $3.5 million in one day, and now they're at like 4.5 after a couple weeks, breaking like every record. Yeah. It's crazy and insane and intense, and I'm super happy because it means that a Veronica Mars movie is going to be made. But after it happened, a ton of like film blogs and stuff like that started talking about how, oh, this is so bad for the industry. You know, there are going to be other shows that are having Kickstarters for it, and like,
that'd be amazing.
Is Hollywood? I don't necessarily think it'll be amazing. I also don't think it's going to happen for like anyone else, because I think Veronica Mars is a very unique situation, taking into account the fact that Veronica Mars was the first TV show to do this, and so they got like, oh my god, this is new and a cool new thing that's happened. I feel like it's harder to get $4 million by being the second popular TV show that does a Kickstarter.
Oh, here's something interesting. Back to video games.
Yeah, go for it.
Xbox 360, their new Xbox, in theory, is going to have always-on DRM.
No! That's so upsetting. I don't like that at all. It's horrible. That makes me really upset. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it's going to be horrible.
It's so bad.
Like, there are people who don't have fucking internet.
There are people who don't have internet. There are people who don't like playing online, myself included. I don't do it. It's no fun to play online, in my opinion. And also the spirit of it all. It's just like, come on.
Yeah.
You pay $60 for a game. You pay $300-400 for a console. You've earned the right to play a single-player game on your own. And how often do people pirate? How easy is it to pirate like actual game discs of?
It's pretty hard.
It's not like I can kind of understand it for a lot of computer games. I don't think it really helps piracy. Stop piracy at all. It just pisses off a bunch of people. But especially with games like these, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's sad day.
God damn it! Doctor Who and Game of Thrones are back.
Let's talk about that shit.
Oh yeah, I finished season 2 over finals week like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
So good.
Oh my god,
it was so good.
So good. I love that show. It's just amazing.
It's so amazing. There was boobs, of course.
As per always.
As per in every single first episode ever.
Si, senor.
I really like where the Jon Snow is going.
Yeah, because I was never really a huge fan of Jon Snow. I didn't hate him, certainly, but I didn't like him the way that I liked a lot of the other characters.
Seemed like a whiny bitch.
Yeah, I think he's going good places. I think I'm going to start to like him more.
Yeah, he's going to real good places.
He's getting some blood on his hands, which I like.
Yeah.
But there wasn't any Arya, which made me sad.
Yeah, no Arya.
I was so bummed. Oh. But, spoiler, I guess, Khaleesi and her dragons. Oh, God. I'm so excited. I love the dragons. My God. It's so great.
Enough.
What I want is for her to buy all those slave soldiers and then dragon the fuck out of the guy who sells them to her, because that guy's a dick and he deserves to get fired to the face. But I just want to see someone get dragoned. It's gotta happen.
Skyrim. Oh god. Skyrim. The North is gonna come. Yeah. The White Walkers, like
winter is coming.
What I really want to happen is there's about to be a massive battle.
Yeah.
Between all of the people, and then at the last moment, like right before it happens, you see like a wave of White Walkers just come down from the north.
Yeah.
And then all the armies just like turn towards that.
Basically what I want to happen is I want to have Arya and Tyrion both decide, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to team up with Daenerys and take out everyone else. And then I will be content forever.
It's not gonna happen.
I know. And I'd be down with, like, Jon Snow kicks it in the north with Robb. They can sort of hang out and do their thing. And then Arya and Tyrion and Daenerys are just, like, best buds ruling the rest of the country. That is the only happy ending for that show. And since it's not going to happen, I'm content with the fact that everyone I love will die. That's what that show is about. Everything you love dies. Oh, Community's back. Have you been watching it?
I haven't been watching that at all.
It's good. I mean, any Community is better than no Community, but I don't think it's as good as It just kind of feels like people who are really good at writing funny jokes doing their best impression of Community. It just feels like there's something missing compared to when Dan Harmon was around, but it's still like objectively good, and it's still funny, and I still like to watch it. And also, all the actors are phenomenal as always.
I need to catch up on all my shows.
Yeah. I mean, my thoughts about the show is that I'm glad it's still on. I'm still going to watch it. I'm okay with it ending after this season. I think it's run its course. I think it's not going to get better from this point, and I'm kind of down to just have there be 4 good seasons of the show, and then for me to just rewatch.
So no 6 seasons in a movie?
No 6 seasons in a movie. I know. It pains me to say it, but...
Okay, what else has been nerdy?
Oh, what else nerdy has happened? Let's see. Oh, something that else that made me even angrier than you telling me about Xbox stuff. The Glee Jonathan Coulton thing.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Now, this is one of those great moments where I can... because there'll be other people that I would talk to, and they're like, how can you hate Glee? And I can be like, have you seen the show? And they're like, okay, fair enough, but it's still, like, guilty pleasure and stuff like that. This was the one moment where I could say, here, categorical proof that Glee is awful, because they did something terrible, evil, and technically legal, which is obnoxious.
Just to be clear, for those people who don't know what happened, Jonathan Coulton
this is like the 7th time we've done this. We'll bring something up and then forget to explain it.
Jonathan Coulton is an amazing songwriter, and he has written, probably his most famous piece is Portal's Still Alive.
Yeah, he wrote the ending songs for both of the Portal games, and he also, he's a geek musician, basically, so he writes kind of like They Might Be Giants, or they're funny and geeky songs. So I really like IKEA. That's my favorite song of his.
Yeah, he wrote a song called, he did a cover of Baby Got Back, except in a style that's like completely different.
Yeah, so it was like with acoustic guitars, and he wrote a new melody. He wrote a new melody for it, and then what happened was Glee used that exact same arrangement and exact same melody for their version of it without ever contacting him or offering to pay for it or giving credit or whatever. So he found out about it by the album for the next season got released and the song was on it, and people were like, hey, this is your arrangement. And it turns out, because copyright law is bullshit, the way that it works is that the way he was able to record that version of it is by something called a mechanical license, which is where if you say to the artist, the original artist representation, you pay them a certain amount of money, fill out a certain form, and they're not allowed to say, no, you can't do a cover of my song. So he did that for Sir Mix-a-Lot to be able to do Baby Got Back, but that mechanical license does not cover if you significantly change the melody or the words. And so what that means is that since he did significantly change the melody, that new melody is not protected. So he has no copyright claim to that new melody. So it's perfectly legal for Glee to go and steal it, use it note for note, and there's nothing anyone can do about it because bullshit legality.
So can someone steal Glee's songs? Like, could I go take one of Glee's songs and put it on iTunes for a cent?
You cannot steal the actual song. You can't steal the actual recording. Most likely what Glee did is that they did actually the same thing that Jonathan Coulton did, is that they went to Sir Mix-a-Lot and got the rights from him, and then that allowed them to do their own cover. It just so happened that their cover, they stole the exact melody from an arrangement from Jonathan Coulton, but Jonathan Coulton has no claim to it because of copyright being bullshit, which makes me upset. And it makes me hate Glee, but makes me glad that now I have a very valid piece of evidence to point to that when I say Glee is evil, because Glee is evil.
Hi everyone, look at my face. Isn't editing magical? So the next part of this conversation spiraled out of this tangent that we got into that was talking about our strategy for the channel and blah blah blah, behind the scenes shop talk. You are not interested in all that, so that got cut out. So the context that you need to know in order for the next part to make sense is that we were talking about the Vlog Brothers channel by John and Hank Green. Okay, that's it. Back to the show.
Yeah, I just started watching John Green stuff a month ago, and now I've gotten super into it and really like it.
Yeah,
this is good timing.
I'd imagine I like it too, but
it's good. It's fun. It's clever. Also, Hank Green, his brother was one of the co-creators of the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, which is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, oh my god.
And it just ended. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry forever.
That was so sad.
I know. Wait, did you watch it too?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, we need to talk about Lizzie Bennet Diaries then.
Is that what we're wrapping up with?
Sure, whatever. Or at the very least, it's going in there somewhere. Oh my god. The Lizzie Bennet Diaries is the best. It was so sad. I mean, happy because it actually wrapped up happily, but sad because it's over. So apparently they're doing like a spin-off and then also doing another like adaptation.
Oh yeah,
they're doing a spin-off where it'll be like Gigi Darcy, but it'll be based on a unfinished Jane Austen book, whose name escapes me. But they're also going to do another like Lizzie Bennet Diaries, but with a whole nother book, and they haven't announced which book. I don't even know if it's going to be Jane Austen or if it's going to be something else. So I'm really excited, and I wish I lived in LA so I could audition for all of them, so I could be in Lizzie Bennet 2.0.
Yeah. Imagine that auditioning.
Oh god.
Okay, so how do I want to end this?
Let's see. You guys have heard us blabbing on about all the cool stuff that's happened in the last month. Well, cool and uncool stuff. Cough, cough. Fuck you, Glee. And fuck you, Disney, for closing Lucasarts. And fuck you, Xbox 360. And fuck you, Joffrey. Because that should... Can that we add that to our sign-off? Be, it's the 8 Up Club out and Joffrey's a dick.
Yes.
I'd be a fan.
Okay.
Yeah, so what is some stuff that you guys are interested in that's to happen next? What are you guys excited for? Because there's still a lot of really cool stuff. There's a shit ton of stuff that I'm excited for. Maybe that can be another video is us talking about like what's all the rest of the stuff that we want to see or is going to be great. But yeah, comment and do stuff with all the stuff that we missed or any opinions you have on the stuff that we discussed, because we were pretty brief about everything. But also comment on like what's the stuff that you're excited for. If we do potentially do a video on stuff we're excited for, then maybe we could mention the stuff that you do. But that is assuming A, we are on top of making videos or podcasts, and B, that we do one that's all about stuff we're excited for. What else? The huge. Follow us on Tumblr and email us and subscribe and like and share stuff. Be cool.
Yeah.
We like it.
Want viewers.
What else? Yeah. I don't know. Well, we're back. Enjoy us.
Ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
8 Up
Club
out. Fuck you, Joffrey.
Fuck you, Joffrey.
God damn it.
Way to stay on topic.